what's going on, everyone? I was waiting for a few people to come in and just talk to you a little bit while we're here. What's going on, man? So, something to start about. Now, I'm over here. I have a cousin that's getting married today, so I'm like, look, why don't I stream with you guys a little bit, talk to you guys while I got a little time. What's going on? Yeah, thank you for clicking the like button. I always click the like button when y'all join us on the stream. Now look, before somebody say something, these glasses I've been having these glasses for about 5 years, and I didn't pay a whole lot of money for them. I actually paid $20, so it's letting you know. But when I saw this beach, it had me thinking about a few things. But let a few more people join in. Oh, Birmingham. Okay, what's going on, Birmingham? What's going on? We say I buy what? Hold on. What? Hey, I look for sales, man. I look for sales. You talk about them suits, I always look for sales. Actually, I haven't been buying nothing from the Contempo suits in a while. Ever since I got hooked up on those deals from Macy's. Pensacola was going on. ATL was going on. Yeah, actually, that's why I wanted to do the stream at least by this waterfront, because it looks pretty good. So I say, why not? It's a decent background. It feel good out here. I had a little time. I checked with the family. I said, hey, I got a little time to talk to people. I say, since people, you know, I'm noticing y'all liking the live stream, so we're trying to do that a little bit more. Boat. No, I don't have no boat. I don't have that. I'm a regular dude. I got kids. Well, thank you for donating Next Level. Appreciate that. The beach that we're at right now, off at least, this is out of Corpus Christi, Texas. Oh, okay, yeah, Corpus Christi, Texas. That's kind of where we at, Washington, D.C. Okay, what's going on? Okay, well, thank you, April Showers Anderson. Thank you very much for helping us out. You joined Patreon yesterday. Thank you very much. We have about, last time I checked, 1,568 people. We aren't near our goal yet. And like as I tell everyone, they did cut us by 90%. I appreciate everyone that's starting to join for the $2 or $5 level. I really appreciate that. Some people are joining on PayPal as well. I appreciate that. It definitely helps us out. I was gonna do another live stream this morning, but I'm gonna save that one for y'all, because we're gonna break down the different types of sellouts, or what we normally would call coons. But it should be a pretty good stream once I get to the studio and do that. No ma'am. Now come on now, you ought to know better than that. What's going on, bro? Yeah, but anyway, West Indies. Nah, I'm not the West Indies. We'll wait, give people one more minute, we'll start talking about it. Is there any Puerto Ricans in Texas? Yeah, they got Puerto Ricans in Texas. You say you hope we reach 3,000? Well, are you one of the people on Patreon for $2, $5 a month? What's going on here? Well, we got a big old dog coming down the way too. It's a good sized dog. Okay. Yeah, make sure y'all click the like button. Oh yeah, I'm getting some of that vitamin D. Yeah, that's right. Get some of that vitamin D for the melanin. You know how that goes. Shout out to Memphis. Yes, it affected everybody. It's not just one person on the 90%. Thank you, Sharon Hawkins, for joining us on Patreon. We just saw you join. Appreciate you very much. Thank you very much, sister. Trenton, New Jersey. Okay, what's up? Trenton, New Jersey in the building. Nah, we not on Galveston. Not today. All right, shout out to New York in the building. All right, here we go. So as you see, maybe you can see a little bit more. Well, my arm hurting right now. I'm trying to hold this camera up. I need to get me a different setup, but I'll do that. If you look at the water, I was thinking about our ancestors. And our ancestors came to this country basically off all this waterfront, as you can see. In the bottom, of ships and boats, didn't know where they were going, scared, going to a land they did not know. And we see other communities, especially the Jewish community, talking about they'll never forget and it's never gonna happen again. And I agree with them for saying that. And they hold that dear to their heart. They have their museums, and they should have that. But we as black people, we allow others to tell us to forget slavery, you wasn't a slave, and so on and so forth. Those type of terminology is disrespectful to our ancestors. And if you sit there and even allow other people to tell you something like that, then unfortunately, to no offense, you're crazy. Because our ancestors suffered 246 years working for free. Now imagine if I had a business, I do have one, and I can get 246 years of free labor. That's how this country got so rich. If I had about 50 people working for me right now for free, do you realize how much money I probably could be making with 50 people working for me for free? I'm not paying nothing but just feeding them a lunch, maybe giving them some uniforms, and that's it. They coming to work every day, and I'm not paying a dime for them, other than just feeding them in some uniforms. That wouldn't cost me very much. So if I would have a business with 50 employees for free, well, look at these people that got 246 years of free labor. And then on top of the free labor, they beat us, they raped us, they took our culture, took our heritage, took everything from us, then dare us to say something about it like we wrong for speaking on it. And then when you do speak up about slavery, it has to be under the terms that they say that slavery should be spoken about. Don't see you say Native Americans act how... Well, I can't be responsible about what they do with their culture. And have you actually got around some real Native Americans? And you know what? I have. And the real Native Americans, they talk a lot about what happened to their people and their culture. I spoke to some directly 2 years ago. And they are very heavy on how they feel. You talking about someone that's militant, they really militant about what happened with them. And they say they're not going to let that happen again either. So don't speak on the Native Americans if you really haven't met any or talked to any face to face. Now, I'm not talking about those $5 Indians. I'm talking about real Native Americans that's on the reservation doing their thing, loving their people. Yeah, they very passionate, Cheryl Moore. I met them. I talked to them to their face. Man, they real respectful too. They respectful people. And if you got around them, you wouldn't say that sort of thing, but they don't talk about what happened to them. You can remember, this is all theirs anyway. All of this was theirs. I had a Native American man tell me how Africans was already over here before the transatlantic slave trade, and how certain drums that they use right now came from Africa because they traded with Africans. But this uneducation system that we have in America lie to us constantly. They lie to us, white people. Yes, I said $5 Indians because you don't know where that comes from. Obviously, you have no guise of history where that term $5 Indian comes from. And some of y'all should educate yourself. What it comes from is at one point in time, they was giving Native Americans money for what happened to them. So Caucasians wanted to get on the list to get the money. So they will pay $5 to get on this list. That's where the term $5 Indian comes from. It has nothing to do with, basically you're a fake Native American. Show me the DNA of you at least being 50% or more Native American, or even at least 40% more Native American, then you're Native American to me. In which, from what I know, a lot of people that's so-called Mexican, if they run their DNA, most of them about 40 to 60% Native American, give or take. And a lot of them don't even know that. But aside from that, slavery is something that I will never forget. I don't expect any youth to forget. I will teach my children about slavery. I teach it to them now. I will honor my ancestors, because without the ancestors, we wouldn't be here. You got to think about it. Our ancestors went through so much for the little enjoyment that we have right now. Yes, it's hard. I get that. But the ancestors still put in the work, and we would dishonor the ancestors if we don't continue to work and be successful, take care of our families, and keep the struggle on. Now, of course, we're going to have trolls coming in. And you know one thing about the trolls that's funny? You know we are the people that God wanted us to be here. We can't have nothing without racist trolls, obviously. But anyway, let's say, what about the... Okay, what about them? You say, well, we're talking about what about the sellout Africans? What about them? You got sellout Africans now. You got sellout blacks now. You're going to have that. I don't care about them. They traitorous. Y'all worrying about the wrong thing. I'm worrying about what's happened to us today and how can we move forward as a people. That's it. And let me see if I could turn this camera around real quick. Let's see if I can turn this camera around. I can just show you. Just as you guys can see here, you know, if you're just looking at that ocean, if you just look at it, that ocean, you know, is something that your people was on for months at a time, and some of them didn't make it, as you can see that. Some of them didn't. Now, of course, I'm just showing you kind of beach area. That's where that's at. But a lot of them didn't make it. They were thrown in the ocean for the sharks, and as you know, sharks will follow these ships because they will throw over your brothers and sisters for a lot of reasons. No, it's not Galveston. You saw the water not dirty. Galveston water is dirty, you know that. You know Galveston water is filthy. Yeah, it's actually a pretty day today. It actually is. The humidity not bad at all. Well, I talk about that all the time. We talking about gangs. I do talk about that all the time. That's right. You're right. Even our black babies are used as a shark bait and alligator bait. And they want us to forget about that. And we're not going to allow that to happen. As I said before, our black children was used for alligator bait in Louisiana and Florida. You know, they would sit here and grab our little black babies, tie a rope around our little black babies, and throw them in there for alligators to catch them so they can catch alligators. That's what they used to do, but we don't supposed to talk about that. We don't talk about, you know, the church bombings and the hangings, all that stuff. That's the same people that did all that. It's the same people that you see out there right now at those Confederate rallies and Charlottesville and Unite the Right. That's the same people. They haven't changed. That the same evil entity, they have made sure to pass this down to their children. So when you see those alt-right, when you see those KKK and neo-Nazi people, when you see them out there, just remember, they are the descendants of those who did that to our people. Always remember that. They want to go back to that. They want to go back. And I know you're not going to let it happen. I'm not going to let it happen. This is why we need to always keep remembrance of history, join with the diaspora much as possible, and this is what I believe in, is join with the diaspora. That's why I try to use my channel as a place to connect with other African people. And if you're on the stream, you don't mind clicking the like button. Thank you very much. I say, Phil, you in Texas because that beach is... Yeah, I'm in Texas. I am in Texas. I haven't left the state. I'm just about 4 hours away from home. That's it. But anyway, we should always know our history. But the problem is most of us don't know our history because they don't teach it in school. And, you know, remember, they don't want to teach us the true history because we're gonna find out who we really are. Now, earlier, I saw the Hebrew Israelites out here, and I was going to go stop and go holler at them and get that on the stream for y'all, but by the time I got a chance to go back out there, the Hebrew Israelites is gone, but I'm going to get a hold of that. But, you know, speaking of Hebrew Israelites, I was looking at the Southern Poverty Law Center, their website, and on their website, they had all the groups of black people who want to just do for their community and do for themselves. They put them as in black separatists under guise of a hate group. So let me tell you something. How is the Nation of Islam a hate group? I'm trying to figure that one out. The Nation of Islam haven't bombed nobody's churches. They haven't committed any crimes. They haven't did anything to anybody. So basically, they would say Derek Muhammad is a hate monger, somebody like that brother. That brother not nothing like that at all, and we know that. That brother fight for his community. Or other groups like, I think they put the Hebrew Israelites on the black separatist list. All this stuff for black people. So it's hateful to want to do for yourself. It's hateful for black people to say let's make schools, let's do for self, let's create businesses. That's hateful to say that? Why is that hateful? But every other group does that. So if that's hateful for us to do it, then shouldn't it be hateful for other groups to do it too? I'm just curious. What? Come on with this. What? What is he talking about? I can't even read that. Yeah, but anyway, so if it's hateful for us to have our own, and why is it hateful, not hateful, I'm sorry, for others to have theirs? You see how screwed up it is? It's very, very screwed up. And I'm going to start covering that, and I want to contact the Southern Poverty Law Center myself, and I want to hopefully get one of them to come on the show, and I want to ask them, why do they feel someone that teach black people to educate themselves, work for themselves, build up their community, stop committing crimes in the community, how is that hateful toward anybody else when you have no documented evidence of any of those groups committing any crimes against any other group of people under the guise of hate? They put the new Black Panther Party on there. I have not met any new Black Panther Party member that told me about harming any group of people, because I wouldn't be around them. I wouldn't even talk to them if they felt that way. I don't know of any that's committed crimes against any other race of people for the guise of their other groups and they hate them. I haven't seen it. And you're not showing me documented evidence of constant crimes. Like the Ku Klux Klan, they committed a lot of crimes. Neo-Nazis committed a lot of crimes. As you can see, the alt-right, they're a terrorist organization. They'll kill their own people. Now, they have them on there, this documented evidence, but they shouldn't put us on there like that. And it gives, made me want to give them the side eye, and maybe we all should start asking them what is wrong with black people doing for self and standing up for their people. What's wrong with that? Well, who else gonna stand up for black people? That's what I want to know. Who else? I don't expect no other group to come in and save black people. We need to do it ourselves. No, Black Lives Matter do not commit crimes. Those alt-right, racist police agitate with those people and start, and then that's how it always gets started. Or they come in plain clothes, and that's how it gets started. So don't give me that mess. Because if they were actually doing like what Antifa's doing, it'd have been something else. Antifa can get away with whatever the hell they want to get away with. Why? Because they Caucasian. That's why they let Antifa do what they want to do. Black Lives Matter don't hide themselves behind no mask. They come out there as a group. You know who they are. It's just that simple. But you never want black people to stand up for themselves. And anytime black people stand up for themselves, it's a problem. Or why they doing that? It's hateful. Man, forget that. What are you supposed to do? Sit there and let you run over us all our lives? How do we look before our children? This is why the things are happening in this country now. Even though the white people are sick of that nasty terrorist attitude. And I'm glad they're actually starting to stand up to it. Because let me tell you something. The Caucasian community is going to be the minority. So they got to make a choice. Either they want to get along with everybody or they want to have hate with everybody. But they making the decision today of how it's going to affect them in the next 20 to 25 years. That's what you're seeing. You're having those two factions. Well, you're right. They do need to stop. But you know what? We got to make sure to create an environment where it's not good. And those people that's repeating those stupid talking points, I'm getting to the point I'm about ready to start blocking people for saying that. There's no way in God's green earth, the way we have babies in our community, our birth rate did not decrease. It actually increased here and also in Africa. There's no way in God's green earth we would stay 13% of the population since the 1970s. Y'all repeating that mess to make yourself feel good about yourself. We increased by a few million according to the last census. You only increased by 5,000. The troll is leaving that information. Don't get mad at me because my group of people is increasing. Don't get mad at me that I can stand in the sun right now and I'm not burning. You see how that sun is glistening off of my skin? I have no sunscreen. I'm just taking it in. It's just melanin, just rich upon God's son that he provided. Don't get mad at me that I can do that. Racist troll, don't get mad. I know you wish you could do that. I know you wish you could. That I don't need no sunscreen that's not working. Well, shoot, I'm just telling it like it is. I could be in the sun. It's good. But anyway, we increasing. Do you know Africa is going to have the world's youngest population in the next 25 years? It's going to be Africa. There's over 1 billion people in Africa now. The wealth of the world is in Africa. If Africa would actually build a wall and keep everybody out, the whole world will go to hell. Think about it. America has no gold. America has no diamonds. America don't have coltan. You know what coltan is? The thing that you have on your cell phone, the thing that makes the laptops and everything else, the computers. Coltan, that comes from Africa. If Africa cut you off, you wouldn't have nothing. Nothing. You wouldn't have certain oil. You wouldn't have certain minerals. You wouldn't have. Africa is the richest continent in the world, even though it's been raped. It's because I said this. The Lord preserves those resources. That's why. Because they should have been raped and destroyed a long time ago. This is why they killed Muammar Gaddafi when he tried to change the currency to a gold dinar and tried to unite Africa into one nation, is because they don't have gold to trade with. All they have is paper currency, fiat currency. So they had to get rid of Muammar Gaddafi. Everybody knows that. They lied on that man, saying he was killing his people. That man wasn't killing his people. And people in Libya, especially the black Libyans, will tell you that. He paid for college of his people, anywhere they wanted to go. Do you know that Muammar Gaddafi wanted to give billions of dollars to the African Americans here, and the U.S. government stopped it? He was trying to give it to us through the Nation of Islam, and they got involved with it. That's factual things that I'm talking about. Anytime someone from Africa want to help us, they want to get involved with it. Thank you for donating. But they can't stop it all. This is why I want to join with Africa. I want to partner with them. Let's get some business going. Let some of them try to come help us. Think about it. If Africa would actually get on board and join with us here in the diaspora, right, and help our communities, do you imagine how them folks start acting? They'll be pissed off that we be doing good for ourselves. Don't need their banks. Actually, we don't need their banks now with crowdfunding. And crowdfunding is actually our freedom, but we don't see it because what could they say if you're raising it on your own? This is why, we was in the process, and those on Patreon have seen the beta form of it, creating a crowdfunding website. Because crowdfunding is where it's at. You don't need credit. You don't need nothing. Just people coming together under one cause to make sure something gets done. And we are the only people that should be able to do for self. You say, why Africa is not here? Yeah, because, well, think about it. It won't be no iPhone. It will not be any iPhone without Africa. Always remember that. No matter what these people say about the technology they supposedly create, it wouldn't be created without Africa. Always remember that. Them diamond rings that you have on your fingers and the diamonds in your ears, you wouldn't have none of that. It wouldn't not be for Africa. All that gold that you enjoying, you wouldn't have that. It wouldn't be for Africa. These people need to put some respect, like Birdman, put some respect on Africa, man. It's just the truth, and this is why they try to show you the worst of Africa. They want to show you the Section 8 part of Africa. They don't show you the beauty of Africa, the nice beaches and the billionaires. They're not going to show you that. And the reason why they're not going to show you that is because they want you to have a hate for Africa. And say, I ain't going over there. But when you find out, these folks are all over in Africa. It can't be that bad. This is why we all need our passports as much as we need our driver's license. And we all need to go to Africa at least one good time. Shoot, maybe we'll enjoy living over there if we would like to. But I have an interview I need to put up with this brother that constantly go to Africa. Brother right here that live in the States. He's always over there, heavy. And I'm going to put those clips in there that he has showed. And this brother is just, he doing it. And I'm proud to see brothers and sisters going back and enjoying themselves. Like the last sister, Lindsay Locke. She went, over there. That's when we talked with her. Anybody that's going, it's pretty good. Of course, that's something that you want to do. I don't really have those desires because I am a one woman man. I don't have them desires. You get to a point when you're at least my age, you get over that sort of thing, that whoring. You get over that, and you just want one good woman that you can stick with, and that's it. Haiti, I would like to go to. That's what I'm saying. I want to hit all them countries: Jamaica, Haiti. Like people give me invitations to a lot of different countries, and you say Ghana. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Ghana because I seen this one place they had over there. Oh man, yeah, that's Corpus Christi. That's Corpus Christi. Let's see here. I was trying to read your comments. Make sure you guys, I see at least 500 people. But I appreciate you guys jumping in on these live streams because I do them so random. When I went to that YouTube event, they was talking about doing more live streams and how it has a better thing on your channel. And I'm starting to see, just from experimentation that it does have a little better. Yeah, the motherland is beautiful. I'm gonna go to all them places. Just give me some time. Senegal. Oh, y'all that see the beach again? Okay. Well, yeah, that's the beach. Well, I'm in Corpus Christi, like I said. I don't know if y'all can see it further down there. Now you can see the other further boats further down the way down there where I'm at. But anyway, so you should interview who? Hold on, I can't even see that. You should interview Elder. You know what? I do want to talk to the Hebrew Israelites. I do, because I saw they was on that list of the Southern Poverty Law Center. So I need to talk to them and find out why they on the list. So I will be trying to talk to the Hebrew Israelites. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't take long for them to message me here in that call. I'm looking to talk to some Hebrew Israelites. I know they got a group here in Houston. So I need to get with the Hebrew Israelites here in Houston, sit down with them brothers and find out, what's wrong. Like I said, I was trying to go to the Hebrew Israelites I saw here, but we had to hurry up and get where we was getting. Let's see. Visit Wakanda. I wish they did have Wakanda around here, because I'd be the main one at Wakanda. Let's see. Have you been to what? No, I haven't eaten seafood. Not yet. Not today. I'm not worrying about nobody's feelings. That's the last thing I'm worried about. When you get my age, you don't care less about people's feelings, because you're gonna realize people's feelings are just like this wind blowing. It come and it go. It don't affect me like that, because they feelings don't make me sleep good or bad at night. So that's kind of how I look at it. Protect these babies. Yeah, we do need to protect our kids. Hello. I don't know why this thing went down a little bit. We'll see. You say don't eat fish. I haven't eaten no fish in a while. I really haven't. Well, I know that West Coast is bad. Well, Sister Ashley, you talking about the fish? What about the fish in the Gulf area? Is the fish in the Gulf area that bad? Because we kind of cut off a little bit from that Pacific Ocean. I'm just asking the question. I mean, I know the scriptures teach that we shouldn't be eating shellfish. I get that. You say you don't think so? Okay, because see, I like to get wild caught fish when I do get it. Not the one out the store. I know the one by the store comes from that, that could be that radiation stuff you're talking about. I know that. So we only buy wild caught. Wherever we get, and usually we go get it, we look at it, and we pick it. That's like the best fish you can get. Anything wild caught. Don't get nothing that they catch it from the West Coast or packaging. It's not good for you. Now I'm trying to see what y'all saying, but yeah, no farm raised fish. You say you're allergic, you can only eat cooked fish. Yeah, that's the only way I eat my food. You gotta cook my food. I just now start eating my meat. I used to eat my meat well done, but now I kind of switched to medium well based upon the recommendation of my doctor, and it's actually a lot better medium well. It's not no blood, because I believe what the scriptures say. Life is in the blood. You're not gonna give me no meat with no blood in it. Not at all. So I was reading what y'all saying. Yeah, you're right. They have poison our seeds, and you know what? The Lord dealing with them all right now. Timmy Chance, 610. Boy, Timmy Chance, I tell you what, I went to that Timmy Chance one time off of MLK. Well, you know it's hood when you got a security guard in a restaurant. Shellfish, well, according to the scriptures in the Old Testament, you know, God commands us not to eat anything that's shellfish. Like, you know, your shrimp, crabs, because they're scavengers. You can have some with fins and scales, according to the scriptures. Well, shoot, I mean, if y'all go to my website and watch that documentary, What's the Health, on theadviseshow.com, I posted it there. Go check out that documentary because it's really going to have you thinking. No, I'm not at Galveston Beach. Galveston Beach is nasty. Yeah, I know a lot of people are turning into vegans. I know a lot of people are doing that. You know, I really don't have no desire to visit Israel. I really don't have no desire. My desire is Africa. If anybody know anything about biblical scripture, the first Israel was in Africa anyway, around Ethiopia. If you study the scriptures, you know, I don't get into all that. Like, some things the Hebrew Israelites are saying is true. And they talking about the tribe of Judah and all the different tribes of people. I get it more than anybody else. I do get it. Oh, these things is, yeah, but then the New Testament, Jesus presents Peter, says, don't call anything impure that God has made clean. Well, I'm not, well, see, he's talking to somebody different. I don't call nothing. The thing is, shellfish isn't good for you because a lot of times it has mercury. If you do the study on why God says certain things, even with pork, it's not, you know, Muslims don't eat pork and people talk about it, but do the research on just pigs themselves and their digestive system. They don't digest their food long. And look at the diet they eat. They eat slop. Cattle eat better food than them. Cows. Pork is not good for you, and as black people, we had to eat that sort of thing because of the plantation, which why we should never forget slavery. We had to eat the master scraps. We had to eat, you know, corn, you know, bread and old cornmeal and what we call soul food is basically, you know, food from the plantation that we had to make something out of because the black people, since we are creative people, we make lemonade out of lemons all our lives. That's why we could stretch money. It's because we could survive. See, if we have a bad famine in America, or America goes through another Great Depression, black people be all right. I know Hispanics will be all right too, because they know how to survive. But them folks, that's why if you research the Great Depression, them folks are killing themselves left and right because they don't know how to suffer. We know how to suffer. We know how to suffer, and we know how to turn up. We can do both. Actually, we can do both in the same month. A lot of us do this, especially income tax time. We like, man, I got some money. I'm going income tax ball. And then after a week, you're like, oh, man, I'm back to struggling again. You know, we know how it goes. But some of us appropriate ourselves well and do our thing. Let me see. Guys, what time is it? Let's see. We kind of been on here about, what, 30, 35 minutes or so. That's right. You say pigs have no sweat glands and eat their feces, and then you're ingesting the meat of a nasty animal that ingests its own feces. That's why you don't supposed to be eating pork. See, I was just bringing up, and that's just facts about a pig. You say, well, you know, like I said, what animal do you know that eats its own feces like that we should be eating? Thank you, Hello World Music. He say, I love it when you call me Big Papa. That's what he says. I don't know who you're telling that to, but all right. I guess for $2 we can read that comment. 628. Okay. Good. Well, you know what, guys? I'm going to get off of here because I know they about to get pissed off. I got to go start getting ready and go to this my cousin's wedding and everything. But thank you for joining me. Hopefully tomorrow I get home in time and we can cover the, I think, 4 or 5 types of coons. I kind of took my time writing that up. It's because it's different kind of coons, but that'll probably be my next stream I work on. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. See you next time.